Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head, or if this is your first time watching, welcome to Flying in Space with Planet Head. To the guys who have been watching this for a while, this is going to be a little bit of a strange video. I'm trying for the first time to do an introduction video so that I don't have to repeat a lot of things that I do in the other videos that I do. I got a small group of guys and gals or whoever, I don't know, who actually watch these, but I thought this might be a little bit helpful. And it'll actually show some people, maybe give some people some ideas to create their own videos or play Eve or do whatever. So, in general, and I don't think you can see it here. I've actually written down some notes because I am not a scripted person, nor do I have any cinematic abilities. But I wanted to create this video so that anybody who comes to the channel can see anything that's out there. I want to do it. So first off, if you're watching this video, and I'm just reading from my script here. If you're watching this video, you came across this video randomly, which probably is what happens and people turn it off by now. Or more likely, I sent it to you. Or lastly, and I don't even have this listed here, maybe you found a video and then you were just, it auto played in the background and you're here. So, I caught you. If you're, so you might like this video, uh, or this video series, this group of videos. Um, if you play Eve alone in the dark like me, I've got a little room in my house, my junky little house here, that I play Eve and I make videos about one a day. I try to have fun, and I make fun of myself a lot. And you might like it if you like to watch someone who doesn't know what they are doing. And that is literally written right here that I wrote down. You like to listen or watch someone like this guy make a lot of mistakes, because I truly believe in anything you do, you learn more from making mistakes than you do from being successful. You need to be successful sooner or later. You might as well just quit what you're doing. But I make a lot of mistakes, and I'm constantly pushing myself ever so slightly to make more so I can learn more. You might not like this video series if you hate video games and think they're dumb. Or my nasally voice is just overwhelmingly annoying. Um, because I did, when I was a kid, I broke my nose twice. I got it fixed the first time. I broke it playing sports, both baseball and basketball, in strange accidents. And then by the second time, I broke it. We never got it fixed because we were assuming I would break it again. I have probably broken it since then multiple times, but I've never actually gotten it fixed. So I can breathe through it, but I don't. I have to think about that. So that's why the nasally voice is here. So if you hate that, you can turn it off right now, because it's never going to change. I'm 50 years old, and I'm not getting my nose fixed unless a doctor tells me I'm going to die from it. So that said, oh my God, I actually said that said. Literally right here it says that said. I didn't know that. Maybe I use that phrase too often. Welcome to Flying with Planet Head. If you've never been here before, what this channel is devoted to is having fun. I like to have fun with this game. I've been playing it. I played it a long time ago, and I came back during the pandemic. While I was sitting at home, I was still working at my job, but obviously a lot of things were shut down, so you were stuck there. And I got back into playing Eve, and then I really wanted to learn how to make YouTube videos. But what do you make YouTube videos about? So I started looking that up. This was about a year and a half ago. And how do you make YouTube? Where do you get started? And I watched this. I can't even tell you where I saw it. But somebody just said, start making them. And it doesn't matter if they're good or bad, just start making them and you'll learn from it. I That kind of rang a bell for me because back in the day, I wanted to learn about wine, drinking wine, um, and somebody said just start. They were explaining. I was reading an article about it and said this is what white wine goes with, this is what red wine goes with, this is what this is, that is. But in reality, just start drinking some. You'll find out what you like. I don't really drink wine anymore. I tried it and I never really got into it. I'll drink some if I want to, but I never really did. Strangely, I started making YouTube videos, bad ones, and strangely, I'm still making them. I think I just hit around 250 videos, which is ridiculous. I never even thought I would do 10. Um, and I want to do a shout out later on in this video. It won't be too long. This is going to be too long of a video. To a guy who kind of confirmed that I was kind of doing what I was doing correctly. He didn't say it to me directly, but I was watching one of his videos. So the other things that this video is really focused on is having fun playing EVE Online. You notice the first part was having fun. And then the second part, again, is having fun playing EVE Online. So this isn't going to be completely devoted to EVE, but it is mostly devoted to EVE because that's what I use as my platform. I'm actually going to be branching out a little bit into some other things, like creating a Discord account, maybe giving some heads up on how to make YouTube videos, anything else that comes along that might help. I want to start involving some music, things like that. I have no idea. But this is also a part-time thing for me. I have a real job. I don't make any money off of this. This is my hobby. Um, and that's why I'm doing this here. So this, again, this is just a video that I will probably remake in the future to try to get better at it. But this is just a explanation of why you might be at this channel. And then last thing is, I actually said that, having fun trying new things. So making YouTube channels, Discord. If I find a good cup of coffee, this is not a good cup of coffee. I got this coffee from Aldi's. It's their regular dark roast blend. It's terrible, and I love it because it's cheap. Food. You'll see me eat a lot of blueberries. TV, stuff like that. As of today, Westworld just came out. The fourth season. I just watched the first episode. Not too bad. It's got some growing to do. So I may talk about that randomly. But mostly it's going to be involving EVE. I have a tendency to ramble. If you currently play EVE, I can't remember what I wrote here, and I wrote it like 10 minutes ago. If you currently play EVE and would like to join our in-game chat, so if you're currently playing EVE and you want to join our in-game chat, it is actually called 5 Bones. And here it is here. I don't know if you can see that. It's only me and another guy in it right now. We just started it up a little while ago. And I'm actually hiding it behind my screen over here. If you notice, that way it's kind of anonymous, but I can see if things pop up. I don't know if that's important or not. I don't know. But if you want to join the in-game chat, that's there. If you do want to contact me, I try to reply to almost every comment that's out there. And I usually do it within 24 hours. It's not a huge channel, so I don't have a lot. Or you can mail me in-game. Or, this is probably the main reason that I'm doing this video, is I'm trying to make my update my YouTube main page. So you see this is my wonderful ship here, my Mauler that I've been flying around. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong side. So that I'm playing in game with. If any Star Trek fans out there, if you like it, it looks like a Romulan warbird, kind of. A ton of ships, if you've never played EVE. But this is the one I'm messing around with right now. But I'm currently working on my YouTube main page. And my main page is called Planet Head. Flying with Planet Head. So if you are wondering a little bit of a description as to what this stuff is, let's get right into it. Planet Head. Why do I have Planet Head? I didn't just come up with that name. That is actually from my brother from when I was a kid. I am actually 6'5". I'm a large fellow, hence Hodor, because everybody thinks I look like Hodor from the Game of Thrones. I didn't even mean to wear this shirt today for this video, but I just noticed that. But I have a massive noggin. This head is huge. This hat that I'm wearing is actually specially ordered because most baseball caps will not fit on this massive noggin. Hence the nickname Planet Head, because I had this size noggin when I was probably 4'5". I feel so bad for my mom. So my head was outsized from my body, And I've actually, when I tell this story, a friend of mine spit his coffee out or whatever he was drinking. So please put your food down. My brother and his best friend, he's older, you know how older brothers pick on you. He nicknamed me Planet Head, and him and his best friend would torment me by circling me. And they would say, "We're orbiting Planet Head." And it just drove me insane. Unfortunately for him, I grew up and sat on him years later after working at a steel mill, um, because I became 6'5" and a large fellow. But that's where the name comes from. I hated it when I was a kid. I love it now. It actually gives me that memory of sitting on him later on. Much longer story. But that's where the nickname comes from here. The logo is from Berkeley Breath with Bloom County with Bill the Cat. I've always loved Bloom County. Um, One thing I want to point out here, and this is actually from one of the first sets of videos that I ever made. I was when I came back to Eve, you know, those you get those grandiose thoughts of I'm gonna do this and that and this, and I'm gonna build this corporation, I'm gonna do this and this, especially during the pandemic when you're not doing anything and you actually have time. And I thought I'll start a corporation and do stuff, and then it never. And I had started a chat channel and stuff like that, and one of the guys actually sent me or created a promo picture for the group that I had, the channel that I was creating. And so this picture here is actually from the promo that he made. I really appreciate that. I always try to give shout outs to people who help me out. Two guys helped me out from the last video. I'll put that in the next one. Two screw ups that I did. Um, but so that freaking awesome. I just threw that in here because I wanted to give credit to that. That was over a year and a half ago, I think, that he did that. But I still keep that sort of thing. Um, and then down here, and I'm just starting to mess around with, and this is where I want to show people stuff that isn't Eve. But if you're interested in doing your own YouTube channel, I'm creating my own channel thing that I can just send out to people at the beginning or in my description so that I don't have to repeat everything that I'm repeating right now in each video. So what I started doing was, and I think this is out of date, channel, oh, that's Planet Head YouTube. This is the old one. Is that the new one there? Yeah, that's the new one. I think. Even change it here. Okay, yeah. So this is the newest channel page that I have, and I'm going to put the link to this in my description of this video if you want to check it out. What I like to do, and after that initial, I want to do this and that, my initial try at making videos was I wanted to do first-person view videos, and those were ridiculously bad. The second one was trying to make instructional videos. And after you do 5 to 10 of them, you realize other people are doing them a lot better. Um, then I made a fairly good series. I liked having fun with it, where I actually started an alpha character and flew out to the Great Wildlands and lived out there for a while. I might be missing something in between. But I was still learning how to make some YouTube videos, and I still have a lot to learn. But, and then I took a break due to work being so busy, and around Christmas of last year, I started making new videos. And if you're interested, I wanted to organize those videos because they're the better ones that I've done. They're kind of in a series. And I found that I really enjoy making a series of different things where I experiment with Eve. And this comes back to the how I want to give a shout out to a channel. Do I have it here? Yeah, there it is, right down here. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna roll it. I started watching channel Wheezy Waiter. Has nothing to do with Eve. And this fellow has been making videos for well over 10 years. He's become, and he did it for like 8 years from what I can tell without anybody really watching. He had like a small group of people. And then he got a little bit big with him and his wife, and they started doing challenges. And I started watching them because I got into, I wanted to learn how to, yeah, I wanted to see what it was like to not eat refined sugar. and more than you need to know, but I caught his video and then I started watching more of them. And he just liked making videos. And that's what kind of got me jazzed this last, I would say, 5 months or so. Um, and why I make the videos that I do now. I don't really, I, I'm not going to make any money off these, but I enjoy the conversation and the fun that people are having. And especially recently, a lot more people are playing or have been commenting and talking to me. And talking to each other in the chat channels. It's just barely starting, but it's cool. But I want to give a shout out to that because sometimes you're wondering why you're doing something, and then somebody who's doing something similar to you says why they're doing it. Like, yeah, that's why I do it because I like doing it, and I had a tough time trying to figure that out. So, yeah. Uh, Now the channel, I did organize a little bit better. In previous videos, I talked about if you want to go back and look at things. I did go through, these are the old videos. I'm sorry, I'm going to scroll down here. These are the old videos here that I made before I came up with my experiments. The first experiment I did was 100 days playing as an alpha. And I learned so much by limiting myself to that. I went straight out to Stain, straight out to low sec, flew around, got killed a couple times, but learned without having cloaking devices, stuff like that. But it was really great. After about, I would say 80 days or so, I started to get a little bit tired. And I said 100 days is it, and then I'm going to figure out what I want to do next. Then I did experiment 2. Now I took a little bit of a break. If you watched the 2 videos ago, it was when a friend of mine passed away, and I really needed a break from Eve and just work life in general. I wasn't depressed. It was just one of those where you kind of reset. And then I came back, and I came up with the idea. Experiment 2 was to play the game um, and I started a new character, and where you didn't use the Eve gates. Now, the Eve gates are the major form of travel within Eve. I only used wormholes. I did that for, well, let's see here, 46 episodes. And what I found was when I came back, I was doing a video almost every day. And I wasn't planning them out. I was just playing and having fun. And I would say, what do I want to talk about today? And then I would start to run out of things to talk about, but then people in the community that were actually talking to me would tell me different things. Like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea to do a video about. So part of one of the reasons why I'm doing this video today is somebody said, hey, I think in one of the videos a little while ago, I said I was worrying about why I'm making videos. I said, don't worry about what you're doing with videos. We like the authenticity. Well, okay, whatever. That's awesome. I am who I am. I appreciate that. I really do. And that's why I decided to kind of do this video, is to explain to people and save some time in the future. So I finished off this one. I am now on to the new one. And this comes directly, the name of this channel, and I'm going to keep it, is Coffee Time. And this comes from my corp mate, I think, if I remember correctly. I apologize if I'm wrong with that. But he had suggested naming my whole channel Coffee Time, and because I drink a lot of coffee, and I talk about it a lot. And so what I thought was, if I'm not doing a current experiment, I'm going to make a regular playlist, a daily playlist, and that's going to be Coffee Time. And so that's what this is here. So if you want to go to this channel or my site and look at these playlists, you're more than welcome to. The setup now will be, I'll be doing a third experiment at some point in time, and then a fourth one and a fifth one. Other videos that don't relate to that experiment, I'm going to put under Coffee Time. If I want to do a daily video, if I have an ad hoc thing, if I see an amazing thing in Eve, like a picture, like a picturesque area, or something crazy happens. A great example was, I think it was about a year and a half ago, I came across a station, and I was sitting outside of it while pirates were ganking haulers as they were coming out of it. And I wish I would have taken a video of it. That would have been a great video to put out there for everybody so they would know what to look out for, how they were bumping people off. figuratively and and realistically. They were the guys that they would wait for an industrial ship to come out of the station. They would bump the ship so it couldn't warp, and then they would kill them or bump them off. That's kind of ironic. I didn't even think about that. So I'm going to try to put the link to this into the video. Um, and this page, if you want to go to it and watch the videos, you're more than welcome to. But if you don't, that's cool too. I'm sure my voice kind of annoys you at this point. Um, Last but not least, I try to keep these videos under 30 minutes so they're not filling up your time. Kind of one of those coffee time things where wake up in the morning, throw something on, and you can turn it off if you want to. Um, but in the future, I'm going to be trying to create a Discord channel so that I can be in contact with people. But first off, I want to do videos about creating a Discord channel from scratch, not knowing what you're doing. Um, and then after that, and I've actually got it written down here. I don't know if you can zoom in on that. I've got future experiments are coming up. I've got a couple ideas. Some guys have brought up some really cool kind of ideas. I'm kind of mulling them in my head. Um, I want to make some cinematic videos of Eve, and this is down the road. This is where I want to try to become a little bit artistic. I've messed around with camera angles and stuff like that. Um, and I want to do stuff like that. I'm infatuated with YouTube videos that have great music. I think back whenever I was a little kid, um, this has always been in my head. One of the first real cartoons or shows that I became like infatuated with was Robotech. I don't want to go back and watch it now because I'm sure it's terrible, or at least compared to anime today. But I remember the fight scenes in that and how like the mech would fly in and they would fire off missiles and they would fly around and then other ones would be dodging them and be exploding around them. And what I would like to do is start creating music videos at some point. I'm not talking anytime soon, but something where it is showing that. Very similar to This Is Eve, that video that came out years ago, or This Is Really Eve, if you've ever seen that video. Um, Last but not least, I'll try to promote other channels, other things that you can see. I just 2 episodes ago, I brought up a guy who's actually doing. He's much better than I am at YouTube. He's doing an alpha uh, video, and it's interesting because he's going at it with a different goal than I'm going at. I found I picked up on some things that were really awesome that he said, where what Eve is about and how it creates its own form of enemy, um, but also his format as an industrialist was his goal was to make ISK. Mine is to experiment with different things. Neither one I think is better than the other. It's all in what you want to do. And he's probably experimenting with different ways of making ISK in the game. And I've only watched the first episode. He's made a second one. I'm sure he's going to do more. But if you want to watch that, I think it's like 2 episodes ago. Might be coffee episode number 1. So the weird part is I think I'm going to put this episode as episode 0 for coffee time. Then people can move on to that. So the 1 and 2 will be after that. But so I apologize if I rambled a little bit too much here. Um, I I did try to organize my thoughts. I'm sure I'm missing something. Down the road, I'll probably do a larger video, but or a better one. But a lot, to be honest, I work a lot, and I don't have a lot of time to research how to make better videos. I'm also you're gonna think I'm insane, but I'm also studying how to speak Spanish for work on the side. It's terrible. I'm terrible at it. I have no memorization skills. I'm also studying Lean Six Sigma to help with work, to work on doing projects and things like that. And I work, and I love my job. I love helping people. I'm a trainer at my job. So I apologize if these are a little bit rambling, but I have fun with them. So if you never watched the video again, it's been great talking to you if you've actually gotten this far. But if you want to join us, please feel free to join Five Bones. I'll keep putting videos up. And happy to answer any questions. Comment in the YouTube comment section. If you want to in-game message me, if you want to email me, you're more than welcome to. Um, but that's about it. And this is the way I am on the regular videos. So hopefully, except I'm staring more into today's video because I'm not blowing stuff up over here on this one. So you'll get a little bit. You got a little bit more of that. But then I'm in the dark because it's nighttime and I have a horrible lighting system. Alrighty. Um, so you guys fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want. And you know what? I hope you have a great day. Have a good one. Bye bye.